some other also. So, and each and every model is following some phases. That is the like each and every life cycle model is following some phases. So, I'm giving one example for say classical waterfall model. So, for classical waterfall model, the phases are like can you tell me whenever you are making a software project or software product, what should be the first step for making a project or a product? Anyone tell me what should be the first step whenever you are trying to make a software project or a software product? Tell anyone from your intuition or your common sense, just tell me what should be the first stage for making a software project. The point nobody is responding. Anyone tell me what should be the first step for making a software product?
Ma'am, first of all, we have to know the requirements of the client and what are the functionalities should be there in the software, and according to that, we have to design that software.
Yes. So before you are right almost, that is requirement analysis is very much required. Before the requirement on analysis, there is another thing which is known as feasibility study. Right. So the feasibility study, what is the feasibility study? I'm telling you, the feasibility study means say it would be whether it is the product or project you are making, whether it is financially and technically feasible to develop the product or not. That is main thing is the feasibility study. That means project manager or team leader try to have a rough understanding of what is required to be done actually by visiting the client site. They study different input data to the system and output data to be produced by the system. They study what kind of processing is needed to be done on those data, etc. So after that, they have overall understanding of the problem. They investigate the different solutions. What can be the solution for those problems? Solutions which are possible actually. Then they examine each of the solutions in terms of what kind of resources required for solving that problem, what would be the cost of development. These are the everything. So based on those analysis, they pick the best solution. Say for solving a program or a problem, there's five solutions are there. So which one will be the best? Best means in which way, which will be the cost effective, which will take the minimum time. There are some factors which will be considered for making that. The main factors, that is the whether the solution is feasible financially and technically or not. Actually. So after that, feasibility study is done. Then, in case of waterfall model, I am saying almost they are similar. There are several models: spiral model, prototyping model. But in case of waterfall model, the first thing is the feasibility study. Then the next one is the requirement analysis. Requirement analysis. Just a minute. The next one is the requirement analysis. So requirement analysis, again, what are the the customers who are actually require the product, or they are making the product for the development to the developers. So they find they written down over a documented format, which is also known as SRS, a software requirement specification. So in a documented manner, it is written what is the actual requirement of the customer. Then the next step is the design part. We have already said Ramani. The first feasibility study, then requirement analysis, and then the design part. In the design part, it is basically designed in a diagrammatic format. You already know what is ear diagram. This is one type of diagram. Then you will learn here in the software engineering lab and theory also, that is the DFD, data flow diagram, how data is flowing actually. So DFD, then some UML diagram you will learn in the lab, that is use case diagram, activity diagram, then some other also state chart diagram. So these are some of the design in design aspects. You have to draw the problem. That is the design phase. After design phase, what will be the next phase? After you have designed the whole thing, then what will be the next phase?
And in the designing part, there will be several tasks like the database part, and there may be designing part, and there may be backend part. So then
Hmm.
we have to assign different person to different work.
So you have done the design. Then after, based on the design, what you will do?
So you first of all, if I have did the design, and then we have
Yes.
to do the backend work of the design.
Actually, after the design part is completed, then you have to code.
Yes, the code.
Then
That is the
comes the
backend part.
coding part. Yes,
Yes.
then comes the coding part. After designing, you just work out the coding part. That is, you implement that design particular by using some languages or tools, whatever is needed. So the coding is done. Then after coding, what will be the next one?
Ma'am, if all the projects are done, then the testing part has come.
Yes, after coding part, then testing comes. The testing first here in the waterfall model, which is following, that in the testing it is known as basically coding and unit testing. It is also known as unit testing means that software projects have several modules or several units. So each and every individual units is tested. That is, individually testing is done. That's why it is known as unit testing. Each and every module, each and every block, or each and every part of the function is tested first. Then, after unit testing is done, then comes the integration and system testing. So, what is integration and system testing? In the integration testing, each and every individual unit or module is tested. Then they are combined or integrated to each other, and that testing is known as integration testing. So integration testing is done, and finally the system testing is performed. That is, all the modules or units are integrated and tested, and then the whole system is tested. So again, after that, in the testing part, there are several testings also. That is, what are the black box testing, white box testing. We'll learn it later on. So then again, there are some testings which is performed in the part of customer. Some testings which again performed in the part of developers also. First, developers tested it, then they are giving the product to the customer part. They are tested, then some feedbacks comes, and again some modifications are done, whatever. So before it is open in the market, several testing procedures are performed. So after the testing part, then the last one, which is the last one, last phase of a life cycle model. Krishnendu, turn off your video. Turn it off. Your audio is turned off, but your video is on. Whatever. What is the last part? So first one is feasibility study, then the requirement analysis, then the design phase, then coding, then unit testing, then integration and system testing, and finally the maintenance part. What is actually in the maintenance part is done? me tell you, in the maintenance part, whenever any product is developed, so maintenance is very much important. Actually, maintenance is the most important part. How you are maintaining the product or how you are giving the services after you have uh, opened it in the market. So it is very much important. That means you have to maintain after you are somebody is purchased your product. Then you have to give the some warranties and also the maintenance uh, by in a specific time interval. So these are the things for these are the phases of a life cycle model in case of a life waterfall model. So some other models will be there also, and Rupam sir will take from this one, that is from introduction to the several life cycle models. Mm, So today up to this much. This is a simple introduction part. Then from the next class we will enter into the actual modules of the software engineering. So from any questions from anyone up to this much? Is there any question from anyone?
Ma'am, hello.
Yes. Yes.
Ma'am, can you please share the PDF?
Yes, I will post it in the Google Classroom.
Okay, ma'am.
Hmm. Kunchita, can't you hear me clearly? You have written audio is not clear. Any questions from here from the presentation part or anything else? Then I will leave. If no question is there. Okay. And I will post in the Google Classroom that the software you need to install in your PC or laptop, whatever it is, for the lab purpose. I will mention that in the Google Classroom also. Okay. Okay, for today this much. You can leave now. What is your next class?